When I heard about this, band A, band 2, band B, band C, it's discrimination. It's discrimination. And it should not be allowed. This is the first time I'm hearing it, that you can get an hour for 20 hours. And somebody will get it too. Supposing you are living among the masses, and you can afford to pay for 24 hours. And that is what they are supposed to provide. Besides, this power supply, power distribution company belongs to Nigerians. They just took it like that and then use it to be loading charges on Nigerians. Suddenly one morning, they wake up again and say, a cybercrime levy. Thank God this president is listening. And we have a responsibility of calling people to order. If you see how the Minister of Power was presenting this increase in power, as if he owns the company and these Nigerians are being provided. It should not be like that. We are appointed, we are elected. Please, SP, I can see that you are running out of patience. But we are supposed to be doing the right thing. Please. We must commend when somebody does a good job and gives us a leadway, we should follow. I'm happy. It's only that he ignored another group. There should be Band G, and I belong to that group. Band generator and renewable energy, because we don't see the light anyway. So let's take this issue of power so that it doesn't come up. Nigerians are getting too much shock unnecessarily. Somebody will just wake up and say, and get a crazy idea that, oh, increase the power this thing, and you go there and announce it. No, it should go through the National Assembly. That's why we are here. We are representing the people, and anything that affects the people should be before the National Assembly before you do it, please. And so let us not, like this now, if we start discussing this very important matter, you say, oh, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. No. In the U.S. Senate, if a senator stands up to speak, you don't tell him round up until he yields the floor. That is how it's supposed to be. Please. So I want to refer to the Constitution. The Constitution says clearly that any other law that is inconsistent with the provision of the Constitution, this Constitution should prevail, and that law shall be to the extent of the inconsistency be void. This country belongs to us. This democracy belongs to the people. I'm surprised, and there are two surprises now. One is the sudden hike of the electricity tariff, and which to me is against the Constitution, because our Constitution is supreme. Section 42 says that you cannot discriminate against Nigerians.
I said earlier that this is an unnecessary distraction, and we have something here that may not be in the American version, the mood of the Senate. So if somebody stands up to speak for 2 hours and he looks behind in line with the mood of the Senate and there is no senator, maybe we can go on. But quite frankly, I think this is a very, very serious matter, Mr. President, that we just need to concentrate on. Mr. President, it's very sad the way things are going. And I want to commend the committee for a very thorough job, having gone through this report. I also want to commend the aspect of the report that has indicated presidential initiatives. I think that given the power situation in this country and some of the things in this country, any initiative from the presidency or from the president that seeks to ameliorate the conditions of the ordinary person should be appreciated. And it's on that note that I want to commend Mr. President for his initiative on metering, and I want to commend the whole system of medicine, because if you look at it, we are talking about price increases in tariffs and the rest of them, and they are not commensurate with the supply of electricity. In 1 hour, there will be power outage for more than 10 times in this country. Nobody is addressing that one. they are talking about how to increase money for discos. And like the report has shown, which I have said here before, we provide transformers for our communities. And when you provide transformers, even from these discos and the rest of them, to come and install these transformers becomes a problem. If they want to come and even certify the transformers, you have to pay them. And they get the money, and they take ownership of these transformers. If there is a breakdown in line today to any community, they will call you to come and fix it for them. These people will not be there. To come and help in installing them is a problem. And so, Mr. President, I think that we should, on the whole, given what has been recommended here, adopt the recommendations of this committee, because it's a very thorough job and it speaks to the frustration of the average Nigerian. And so it must be halted. We must resolve here to halt this power increase because it's arbitrary and it doesn't speak to any realistic situation in our society today. And unless we take very serious actions against some of these agencies and companies that have taken over some of our national assets, we will not achieve results. I proposed here before that this ceding of this power distribution and rest of them to these discos without appropriate expertise will not help this country. And so, Mr. President, let's take these recommendations and let's adopt them and ensure that this arbitrary increase does not see the light of day. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
My name is Jimo Ibrahim, representing the good people of Ondo State. As beautiful as this report is, excellent work done, the Senate must be on the caution side. When a matter is pending before the court of law, we should give respect to the judiciary and allow them to dispense with that matter. We are not in a hurry. The 10th Senate has a lifetime of another 3 years. We have time to discuss this holistically. Like the Senate, the former leader have said, issues converging in this report are many. So there are converging complexities around NEPA itself, around power itself. So, Mr. Senate President, we cannot be the judge here. We are to make laws. In fact, if a particular law like the Constitution cited by the Senate leader has covered the entire field, in constitutional law we call it covering the field, and we will not be able to adjudicate on that. But in lending my support to that motion, I want to say that we step down entirely. This report, on the ground, let me make my point, on the ground that is subjudice. In fact, why are we debating it? Look at the number of we are in the Senate, less than 1/5. And we carry a report that is of national interest, and less than 1/5 member are discussing it, despite the fact that it's pending in the court of law. We will be unfair and we will be unjust to continue to debate simultaneously a matter that is pending in court. So I also encourage this very motion moved by my brother, that in view of the fact that the matter is pending in court, would you step down this report for now? Thank you.
There is a point of order already.